Dear participants and supporters of the Wood and Fire Safety Conference community, as the chairman of the 9th year of the International Scientific Conference Wood and Fire Safety 2020, I would like to welcome you all. The conference, which takes place under the patronage of the Rector of the University of Žilina and the Presidium of the Fire and Rescue Brigades of the Slovak Republic. Our original intention was that we would meet again after 4 years in Slovakia, in the Patria Hotel, which is located in the High Tatras. The day between the 3rd and the 5th of May was meant to be the time when we were to meet in person as a community at the Wood and Fire Safety Conference and exchange our new knowledge, the results of new scientific work, share personal experience, and make new friendships. Therefore, in January 2019, we launched the first step and started preparing for the 9th year of the conference. The work of the organics team, as well as the International Scientific Committee team, continued during 2019 by promoting the idea of Wood and Fire Safety 2020 among community. During the autumn of 2019, we received 94 expert abstracts, which were approved by the International Scientific Committee for the further processes. Eventually, we accepted 65 professional papers and 22 posters, which underwent a double review process and were handed over to the Springer Publish House. Subsequently, on the March 15, 2020, the official Wood and Fire Safety 2020 conference proceeding was published. At the same time, in the autumn of 2019, we kicked off the registration processes and all the arrangements for the final phase of preparation for the conference. This lasted until March 2020, when after a difficult resolve following the safety measures regarding the COVID-19 global pandemic, we decided to postpone the conference and set a new conference date in November 2020. We hope that our meeting could have taken place in between 1st and 4th of November 2020. Unfortunately, in middle of August in this year, following the global pandemic COVID-19 development, we decided that for the first time in the 32-year history of Wood and Fire Safety Conference, the 9th year would not take place in the form that we were all used to. Therefore, we had to adapt the organization of the conference and focus on preparing an online webinar instead. I am now addressing you on 2nd November 2020, and I am pleased to say that a total of 55 presentations, 16 posters were accepted, and 352 participants have signed up for the online webinar Wood and Fire Safety 2020. Currently, the online webinar connects us from all around the globe, in particular from 50 countries, all continents, different time zones, and many people who are fans of the Wood and Fire Safety community. During the webinar, please pay attention to the lecture of the University of Žilina. Presentation was prepared on behalf of the University of Žilina, Professor Dr. Jozef Jandačka. It is a great honor for me to host keynote speakers and their lecture during the online webinar. Ms. Susan Levan-Green is editor of Wood and Fiber Journal of the International Society of Wood Science and Technology, USA, and she is PAS Forest Service Science, Forest Product Laboratory, USA. Susan, together with Eva Javiarova, has prepared a lecture titled Overview of Fire Research in the US. Next keynote speaker is Ms. Eva Javiarova from Purdue University, USA. Ms. Javiarova is past president of the International Society of Wood Science and Technology, USA. She has prepared a lecture titled Society of Wood Science and Technology, a bridge link academia, community, industry, and government. Next keynote speaker is Mr. Boris Iskra. Mr. Boris Iskra is from the Forest and Wood Products Australia organization. Mr. Iskra prepared a lecture titled Australian Building Code Change, 8 Store Timber Buildings. Mr. Rodolphe Saunier from the IMT Mine Ali organization in France, Mr. Saunier prepared a lecture on flame retardancy of wood plastic composite with radiation curing phosphor content resins. And finally, Mr. Hu-Yong Kim from the Laboratory of Addition and Biocomposite, Environmental Materials Science Organization in Seoul National University, Republic of Korea. Mr. Kim prepared a lecture titled Fabrication and Characterization of Flame Retardant Nanocomposite. I would like to take this opportunity to thank them for accepting the invitation to be the keynote speakers at the 9th year of the International Scientific Conference Wooden Fire Safety 2020. During the online webinar, we prepare 6 scientific sections and poster sections. Structure and properties of wood and its change at high temperature, wood burning retardation and wood-based materials, fire modeling, fire testing, fire certification, fire investigation, fire dynamic, fire behavior modeling, smoke control and combustion toxicity, fire safety in wooden objects, forest fire, and other topics focused on wood and fire safety. In each section, you can choose a design presentation, where then you can start a discussion on the topic in the chat box with the authors of the presentation. Not every author will be permanently online, so please understand when questions or comments will be answered later or within 2 days. We chose this solution in order to eliminate a certain discomfort that would arise from conference participants from different time zones. At the same time, we have prepared a partner sponsor section for you, where you can get to know partners and sponsors without whom the Wood and Fire Safety 2020 would be very difficult to organize. Partners and sponsors accept my sincere thanks. Also, partners and sponsors are published in our conference website as well as in the conference proceedings. Even though we won't meet this year in person and we will not have the opportunity to get to know the beauties of Slovakia, please accept the invitation to the social program section, where by watching online presentation, you will have a chance to get to know Slovakia a little better. At the last part, what we have prepared is the section on the history of the conference for you. We will refresh our memories on how the wood and fire safety community was built and have been meeting regularly since 1988 at 4-year intervals. At the end of my speech, let me once again thank all those who participate in the preparation of the 9th year of the conference, and at the same time I would like to wish all online participants an enriched professional experience. By this speech, the 9th year of the International Scientific Conference, Wooden Fire Safety, is considered to be open. Thank you.